Hello, everyone. I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about something. And it might be touchy to people, but at the end of the day, it needs to be said. It really does. Because there's so many people that are being led wrong. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I am absolutely not. I'm not perfect in no shape, form, or fashion, baby. And I got all types of flaws and sin in me just like anybody else. I got dirty rags and everything. I saw a video of this girl that she made, and she said that when she thought that when she said yes to God and committed to God, that life would be so perfect for her that she would just see happiness and nothing bad would happen and everything. Um, that's my daughter. That's Eden. I'm sorry. So, so, I'm sorry, my daughter keep interrupting. But she thought that because she said yes to God and she fully committed to God, that life was gonna be um just all happiness and no bad and no cloudy days and none of that. Now let me say this, because on social media you see all these posts where it say um where God told somebody to post a house, and if they like it or put a certain comment, then theirs is coming. That is so wrong, and that's leading people so wrong, and that is it's just not right. Or, you know, I understand encouragement, but if you're gonna do it right. Because let me tell you something, when you say yes to God and you fully commit to God, we are the ones that have the most tests. It's not the ones that's out there living in the world. It's us. We have the most tests to go through, back to back to back to back. Will you see happiness? Of course you'll see happiness. Of course you will. But at the end of the day, we have so many tests that we go through. So many tests that we go through. And saying yes to God, God sends you tests to see if you are really, 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 really on His side. He wants to see if you can remain faithful to Him, if you can remain trustworthy in Him, no matter what He throws your way, no matter what He lets the enemy in on you sometimes. Because at the end of the day, it's not all peaches and cream this way. It's just not. And I saw that and I was like, okay, because at this point I was it kind of irritated me because I see her content and she's always worshiping and all this and that, and I just and she's young, you know what I'm saying, and we have so many young souls on the line that are trying to turn to God, and here we are, you know out here posting on social media stuff that's just not all the way true. If you're gonna tell a story, please tell the good and the bad. You can't just tell the good and that's what's leading people the wrong way. Oh well, she started getting this and this. She said you know this happened. But let me go ahead and say yes. But they're not telling you all the tears they shed, all the worshiping they had to do, all the praying they had to do, getting in their word, running to leaders, running to um ministers, running to pastors, running, you know, nights that you can't sleep because of stuff that you're going through. Headaches, not being able to eat, losing weight, gaining weight, all that type of stuff. If you're going to talk about it, baby. Don't just be giving nobody no fairy tale. You need to get a good and a bad because, baby, on this side right here, It's good and bad. And you got to go through a test to give that testimony. So if you're going to get that testimony, give the test too. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's like over here. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not all peaches and cream. And I just hate to see people misled. I hate to see people misused. I just don't like when people are being misused. Why can't we just do right? Why can't we just do right? It's free. It's free. You're speaking something. You're talking. You're not being charged to use your tongue. Now, I will say this. There is power in the tongue. And I understand that you're giving just good. But one thing about it is you're leading people astray and you're hurting them even more when you're using your tongue to give half of a story and not the whole thing. So if you're going to use that tongue, you need to give them the full and not just half. Because you're hurting a person even the more by letting them think that if you say yes to God and they can commit to God, then hey, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You have everything to worry about because you have to stay on your guard. You have to keep the whole armor of God on, especially nowadays with everything going on. You got to stay in your word and you got to stay connected to God in every way possible. So stop leading these people astray, making them think that if they just say yes and commit, that they will not go through anything. Because that is absolutely not what it is.